The only reason that I've been able to stick it out in these conditions at all is it all hinges around building a functional fire that you can actually get warm from and dry things out on. And in these situations, I can guarantee that all the wood that I've been using has been soaked all the way through. So it's actually quite a real art form to get a fire this warm going in these sort of conditions. And it takes a lot of patience and a lot of practice, but once you do get it going, it's very rewarding, and it's about the only thing that you have really to keep you company and warm and so forth. So basically the way I do it is you'll get the biggest logs that you have, like they'll be sodden through, and you first of all, if you can, you here I've got rocks as a base, so the water, I'm getting hot here, so the water from underneath doesn't put it out. So you'd put your big wet log, before you build the fire, you put the big wet logs underneath, the biggest logs that you have. I like it to do it in a parallel form, and then you put smaller and smaller wet logs on top, and then as it gets about, a few logs high, you'd start to put some more combustible, like smaller stuff. You lay that down on top of that, and then if you have accessible lots of birch bark, you put as a base to build your actual fire on. That'll give it a bit of a boost, and then you've got this kind of big stacked log heap, and then you get the most combustible stuff that you can find. In my particular case, did you hear that snap? This is these spruce trees here. The dead branches, not the ones that are on the ground, but the ones that are still on the trees, the dead ones. And these things, they've got a lot of sap in them, and they burn very well, so they can be used as a base to get the fire started with. And then of course I'd use my standard birch bark to actually light it with. It has to be dry. The wet birch bark here just doesn't want to burn. So you actually start burning the fire from the top, and then then it will slowly form coals, and they will start to dry the wet logs underneath. And then what you'll end up with slowly over a long time is what used to be one of the big logs, you have these ends, and that's basically what's causing the heat here. So it's all this process. If you want to boost it up, I'll just poke in the odd spruce branch here just to give it a bit more flame, if need be. And well, this sort of thing can be done indefinitely, but it's high maintenance.